Holly wanted to show you her new trick, or whatever this is.
Whoa, yeah.
And what is that?
Preheat, whoa. The Hannah Montana transition songs.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming my cookie recipe. Now I spent a lot of time trying different cookie recipes, especially in lockdown. Been testing different ones, testing different methods, testing different amounts, and I finally decided what works best for me, and my family would say they are pretty amazing. You will need about 400 grams of filling, like your kind of thing that your cookie is based around. So usually I just do 400 grams of chocolate. I go like dairy milk chocolate bars, might mix it in with a bit of the dairy milk normal and the dairy milk dark milk chocolate. That's really good. Last time I made a little Biscoff ball, so I'm going to do the same today. I made a little ball of Biscoff, froze it whilst I was making the cookie, and then stuck it in when I was making up the cookie to freeze. And it was really great. I'm going to do it today with peanut butter. First thing first I have to do is make my peanut butter balls. The recipe makes about 15 cookies, so I want to do 10 with peanut butter because some people don't love it. 1/4 teaspoon of peanut butter, and I'm going to roll it into a ball shape into some icing sugar and stick it on a little plate to stick in the freezer. Right, so the peanut butter balls are in the freezer, and now I'm getting on to making the actual cookie. I realised that I don't have the right kind of sugar. So I've got golden caster sugar, which is good, I needed that, but I don't have any dark soft brown sugar or light soft brown sugar. I only have demerara. And I wondered maybe if I blitzed it up in a NutriBullet, it might go softer. So I'm going to try that because I don't really want it crunchy, but I don't want to just not have it. So we're going to try this. It's an experiment to see if it works. Well, it's not like the kind of soft stuck together, but it's like, oh wow. Oh no, it's like powdered sugar. Oh, that's very strange. It's turned it into like icing sugar. So I'm going to add in my 2 sugars. So I've got 100 grams of dark soft brown or light soft brown sugar. In that goes. And 200 grams of golden caster sugar. In that goes as well. I've got 225 grams of like slightly salted, unsalted, just kind of hard butter, you need that, and that will go in. Mix it until it's all combined, and then once it's all combined you then want to beat it for another about 5 minutes because you want it to kind of go light and fluffy so that the cookie puffs up and goes all nice and big. So once the butter and the sugar are all combined and all nice and light and fluffy, we are going to do our eggs. So you just crack 2 eggs. I'm just going to use this cup that I blended all the sugar up in, and you're going to add them in and mix it. Don't worry if it starts to look a bit like it's curdling slightly because we don't have any flour in, so that will just sort it all out. So we've got 400 grams of self-raising flour, and then a teaspoon of all 3 of these. So a teaspoon of bicarb soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of cornflour, which I didn't have in my baking cupboard before this recipe, but I'd never made cookies that were as good as these before I started adding cornflour in, so I think that's what really does the trick. Got it on the work surface, well done Amy. What? Oh god, that's loads. Let's just gather you into the bowl, and you into the bowl. So you want to beat this, but you don't want to mix it for too long because you don't want it to then basically become a cake. So it's all kind of just combined. We don't want to mix it too much because we still need to mix in our chocolate. Got 3 bags of M&Ms, which is about 375 grams of chocolate, so near enough there, so not really matter that much. I'm just going to add all of these into the bowl with the mixture. Oh my god, this is good. Still one. See, I've got a new mixer and it just gets stuck in it all the time. Very annoying, I have to clean it out. And I can't be bothered. Oh. So for making the cookie dough balls, I've decided best thing is one of these. So I'll just get the peanut butter balls out of the freezer. They've all set very nicely. Look how cute they are. Ooh. So what I'm going to do is I scoop about just a good even, like that much, just to fill it out, and then I dump it on the thing. And I go around making them all the same, and it's just so satisfying seeing them all come out so nicely. Oh, you can't even see it. Then I'm going to ruin the top of them when I stick the peanut butter in it, which is a bit disappointing, but we've got to do it, we've got to do it. What you want to do is you want to make a little opening in your cookie, get your ball, pop it inside, and then cover it over again. Got my first plate of cookies sat. I'm just going to stick them in the freezer. They need to freeze for at least an hour. So I usually freeze them for an hour and then put them into Ziploc bags, and then you can literally cook them whenever you want. Whenever you fancy a cookie, go to the freezer, pick a cookie out, pop it on the tray, cook it, eat it a little while later after it's cooled a bit, and it's great. My cookies have been chilling for well over an hour because we had dinner, and it's chaos when there's dinner of 7 people. Yeah, it's better to kind of take it off your plate after an hour and don't leave it too late because your cookies get stuck to the plate. So I just need to get this unstuck and then I'll put it in the oven. So I've got a tray in the oven with tin foil on that's been preheating with the oven, just so that the bottom of the cookie goes nice and crispy. The oven is at 190 degrees. If you've not got a fan oven, we've got a fan. If you've not got a fan oven, maybe go 210. I think it's usually like 20 degrees difference. And I cook them for 11 minutes. If your oven is like awkward and has like areas that are hotter, because sometimes it can be hotter at the back or hotter at a different side, just swap it around, like turn the tray around like halfway through or 3/4 of the way through. But I'm just going to stick it in and leave it. So just pop these in. I'm not sure how these are going to turn out because my butter was too warm and I didn't have the right sugar. So they might be as flat as a pancake, but they're meant to look like UFOs. If you don't like a gooey cookie, do longer and at a lower heat, but if you like it crispy on the outside and just like melty on the inside, 190 and 11 minutes. It's perfect. Right, so the cookies are out of the oven. They look a little bit pale, or look all slightly anemic. I think that's because of the sugar and the butter being too warm. But it's still going to taste great, so that's fine. You do have to wait 25 minutes. Half an hour's like too long. 25 minutes is the time I feel like you need to wait. If you ate it right now, it would burn your face off, and I don't want that to happen to you. And letting it wait for about 25 minutes just lets it like settle, crispen up, and still be nice and like chewy and gooey inside. Okay, yeah, break it. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so sad that they're so flat.
Oh, good.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
You're all right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
If you liked the video, give it a like. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Bye!